Welcome everyone. Today we have a Genshin pack wish guide. In this video, we'll look into the details of the rates of getting a particular character from any of the banners or any of the weapons, and we'll look at exactly how many rolls we're going to need for each of those banners. We'll be looking at a number of resources of detailed gacha guides for different rates of different characters on different banners for the standard, for the limited, and also for the weapon banners. We'll also be looking at some of the very good infographic guide on how does the wish system work with different loops and also different systems, and also how does the limited character banner works, and which can be very important for the new players and also existing players. Finally, we'll look at some of the wish or gacha summoning rituals which are provided to be 100% 5-star rate. I know those are pretty meme-worthy, but it's very fun to have a look at those as well. I was super excited when one of the viewers shared this particular wish probability table with me. This is super helpful, and this actually shows you the rates for getting any of the characters in any of the banners and how many rolls do you need on average for each of those characters or the weapons, and this is actually super helpful. Now coming over to this post by Psychosynth, we're going to look at the wish probability and wish rates. Now in order to have a look at this probability distribution, let's have a look over here. So this is the same distribution. Initially when you look at this, the numbers seems very bizarre and we have no idea what's happening. So I guide you guys through a few basic tips and this becomes very useful. So how does this probability distribution table works is that we want to look at the instructions. Now for a better summary, we're basically having 100 players trying to get a particular character, let's say Xingyan. And coming back to the table over here, if we want Xingyan, which is a specific character in the upgrade banner, we're looking at 2, 6, 97, and 147. Those are the numbers we want to be focusing on, and also 36. So what this means is, one person out of the 100 person will be very lucky to get 2 rolls to get her. 5 people out of the 100 players will be lucky enough to get her on the 6th row. And usually 90 people who are, usually with average luck will get her between the 6th and also 97 row. Finally, 5 people who are not very lucky will get her over the 97 rows. And finally, 1 person will take more than 147 rows to get her. So basically using those knowledge, and if you come back to those numbers, you can see those numbers are showing you the luckiest person with 2 rows of getting the character they want, the most unlucky person, which will take over 147 rows. And those who have the average luck will get her between 6 and 97 rows. And this also shows that on average, you're expecting 36 rows to get one particular character you want out of the 3 up units. So this can be Xingyan, this could be Chongyang, and this can be Razor from the current Zhongli banner. And this is actually very useful. Let's say if I want Zhongli, I know the most lucky person is looking at 4 rows for Zhongli, and I know that on average people are looking at 17 rows to 159 rows to get Zhongli. And finally, those who are not very lucky, like me myself, it took me over 165 rows to get Zhongli. Now if you guys think this table is pretty useful, there is actually a lot more to see over here. So over here you can see this is us getting 1 copy of the character. This table also looking at us getting 2 copies, 3 copies, up to 6 copies of the character, and up to 7 copies of the character for Constellation 6. Let's say if you really want your Constellation 6 for Razor, and you go in here, what you're looking for is you're looking for over 252 rows on average to get a 6 Constellation on Razor if you didn't have any of the Razors. And this is actually very useful, because not only can you plan for the 5-star characters in the banner, which is over here, you need about 656 rows on average to get the full Constellation of Zhongli. You can also plan for the 4-star characters. Let's say if you want any of the characters, you can plan and you can go, okay, I need 4 Chongyans for my Constellation 6. I already have 3 of him. So we're going to look at the 4 and we'll look at the average of the numbers. And you can see how useful this particular table can be, because this allows us to manage our resource and we can have expectation. Because we're expecting that we won't be able to get, say, Constellation 6 for a particular character, maybe we won't invest our primal gems or we won't invest the wishes as hard. And if we're not expecting ourselves to have 94 rows for Zhongli, maybe we decide to save the banner. And over here on this table, you can also see the particular rates for the weapon banner, also the weapon rates for the standard banner. We can see that for a special character, say the look up to Chi-Chi, it takes 871 rows on the limited character banner to get them, because it's more likely for Zhongli. And we can see over here, if we want any of those special characters here, it takes about 624 on average to get one of them. So you can see, if you actually wanted those characters, then it's actually better rates on the standard banner compared to the limited banner. But because the limited character banners have all characters and no weapons, we're looking at a very high rate of 62 rolls on average to get a 5-star character. This can be Zhongli from the limited banner, this can be any of the other 5 characters. And in comparison, if we're looking at any of the 5-star characters, we're looking over 125 rolls on the standard banner. And that is why we keep saying, guys, if you want new characters or if you want any characters, go with the limited banner characters. And we can see over here, it takes less than half of the average rolls compared to the standard banner if we're going for the characters. But if you're going for the weapons, you can see how many it will take us to get a special weapon. You can see the special up rate weapons, you can see the 4-star weapons, and you can see all of them. And you can even see if you want the weapons to be Ascension level 5, how many rolls it will take for a special weapon. So this particular probability table is super useful if you want to have a close details to look at how many rolls do you need for any of the banners and also prepare us for any of the banners. Because with the new banner, you just swap the image of Zhongli with Alberto, and with those characters, they're the same. And with the rate up 4-star characters, we just swap Xingyan, Chongyang, and also Razor for the new 4-star characters that's coming in the new banner. And this probability will stay the same. Now before we go to the next part of our guide, it is important that you guys are aware I haven't checked the data integrity with the use of the programming tools and also the macro chain over here. So this is a statistical distribution chain. I'm sure this estimation have a lot of merits, and by looking at those numbers, most of us kind of know those numbers looks legit. But keep in mind, guys, this is an estimation. This is not from the source data from the game. So those can be on and off. I have someone who's in the chat who was saying, it took them super long to get a particular character like Diana, over 134 rolls, and people are saying they're extremely unlucky. Those extreme cases can still happen, but keep in mind, this table allows us to have the average outcomes for 100 people. Now, if you haven't subscribed, this is a really good time to do so. Make sure you also turn the bell on for the latest news as I find more of them for us. You can see that we're really dedicated for Genshin Impact. We'll have builds, guides, tips, news, and events updates for everything that's Genshin Impact related. Now, because we're talking about probabilities, let's have a look at this particular post by ainhoawind. He actually made 2 of the infographic posts over here. One is for the particular promotion banner characters, one is for the general characters. So let's have a look over here because we're consuming over here. Basically, this is very nice for those who are new to Gacha, and this actually explains what happens at each stage of the game. So basically, you are rolling for the 5-star characters. If you happen to get the soft pity, your chance increases. And if you don't get your particular 5-star character, then the future character will be guaranteed on the next roll. And similarly, this also shows you what happens on the standard banner. You can see the difference between the promotional character banner and the standard banner is that you don't get a 100% guarantee if you find a 5-star item. And that is why we always recommend going for the promotional character banner for the higher rate of characters. Because for most of us, we don't need a 5-star weapon, and you never know if you're going to use that weapon or not. So it's much better if you're rolling, follow the first path, and actually get the 100% guarantee for a particular character. And similarly, if we come to the next infographic guide, what he shows is, he shows the rate of getting 5-star characters and how does the rate increase, how does things change. And if you guys are still new to the Gachas, this is actually super helpful. I'll have all of those images showed on the video posted on our Twitter as well, so you guys can download those images and also the Reddit post for those as well. So this is actually really nice because you can see that after one of the steps, you can see what happens after. If you put a 5-star, what happens here? Is it a future character? If it's not a future character, you get a 100% guarantee. If it is a future character, then what are your rates and how do you restart over? And also keep in mind, because each of the unique banners, let's say the limited character banner, actually accumulates to the next new banner. For the Alberto, for the Zhongli, those accumulates. So if you're on one particular stage over here, everything you see over here will carry to the next banner. Keep in mind, those does not cross banner. So what I mean by the banners accumulating to the next banner is that if you're rolling on the limited character banner, if you're on this particular stage, everything here will carry over to the next limited character banner. Similarly, if you're rolling for the standard banner, everything will carry over to the next standard banner. Nothing's going to change, those banners does not cross each other, and it's very important we know about this. Now that we had a look at a lot of numbers, probabilities, Gacha guides, Gacha resource, a lot of information graphics and a lot of theories with Gachas, it's nice to come over here for some of the guarantees for 5-star. Keep in mind, those are little meme clips, and those can be very interesting as we go through them. And those actually shows a guaranteed 100% 5 stars, and I'll go through those with you guys. So we're going to come to the post by Multi Mare, we're going to come to the post by Citrus Lemon, and also Lenin over here. So we're going to look at 3 different clips of summoning. So those are pretty fun, and keep in mind guys, this is not a guarantee, but it's a really fun thing to have a look. And there's going to be a little voice behind it. Look at this. Look at the Zonly summoning banner. Basically, the little boy's trying to summon Zonly. There you go. He's so happy. And I mean, there's a few clips like those. I just want to show you guys. Look at the whole summoning banner. There's like a bit of the bottles. There's Zonly images, and look at the stars and coins. I'm not sure if this is a particular ritual thing or what, but this is actually pretty amazing. I love how the little boy is so happy, and there's a rooster behind it. If you hear carefully, he's so happy. And this is our first 100% summoning ritual. Now coming to our second 100% summoning ritual, this time is by Citrus Lemon 29, and White Cat is the man's best friend. So let's have a look at this little cat. Look how cute it is. And he's using the little cat palms to summon. Look at that. And here we go guys. It's a gold. Did you see the gold? And look at the little cat. He's using the little cat palms to press. 1, 2, I'll expand a little bit first. 3. The cat's like, what are you doing, human? And human's like, click, click, click. And still waiting for the golden item. We're still waiting for it. There you go, guys. Guess what it is? It's Zonly. And yes, guys. So look at the little cat. Look at how cute it is. And this is the second ritual for 100% gacha rates. Now coming to our final fun clip by Ladididum over here. So the lucky cat gave me some ideas. Over here we have another clip. And look at that. It's a little corgi. Look at the summoning. Look at him go. And he took the little palm with the corgi. And look at that. It's gold again, guys. What did you know? And the first character's Zonly. Look at the corgi. Look at him. So cute. Let's switch this again. And that's what you need to do, guys. You need to have a special summon ritual for Zonly. Have a special summon ritual for maybe our battle to come. And I need to get a little animal. We don't have animal in the house that we're renting. Maybe I should be getting a little animal. Just for the summoning, right? They're so cute. So that's why I want to share those with you guys. It's not only just about the summoning from the monsters or the characters. Sometimes we can have some fun with the summonings, and sometimes you can get really lucky like this. And I wanted to share those with you guys. Look at it, it's so cute. Look at this little doggy. Now if you found this video helpful, make sure you subscribe and also turn the little bell on for the latest news. I'll be looking towards to make more builds, guides, tips and news and event updates for us as we come further into the game. And as always, I wish you guys the best of luck with Genshin and have the most fun in exploring this wonderful world.